Alright, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things I do not miss about being in the military. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, now the first thing I do not miss about the military are the fields, trainings, and CQ shifts, right? So, the military, you do work typically, 9 to 5, well, not counting PT, you work a lot, right? So in the military you have fields and CQ shifts, and pretty much what these CQ shifts are and staff duty shifts are 24-hour shifts. Yes, 24-hour shifts. And depending where you go, sometimes you might have to stay there the whole time. Sometimes you can get a break, depending on who you're doing your shift with. But like I said, 24-hour shifts. You do get the next day off, but sometimes this will be on a Saturday. So usually you get Saturdays and Sundays off in the military, and sometimes you may not know. They'll let you know that you have CQ. They might tell you last minute. You might know in advance. Usually for me and where I was at in my unit, a couple days prior, like it'll be Thursday, to tell me I have CQ on Saturday, and I already had things going on. So just things like that. On the CQ shifts, like I said, you do get the day you get off, the rest of that day off. So if you work from usually, let's say it's from 9 to 9, right? So 9 in the morning on a Saturday, all the way till 9 in the morning on a Sunday. Then the rest of that Sunday you'll have that off. So that, on top of working already Monday through Friday all days, it just kind of takes a toll on you. Pretty much only one day off out of 7, and you're working like 12 hours every day, and then a 24-hour shift. Crazy. So that's just the CQ shifts. And also the fields. The fields are just super boring. Like, you're just sitting dying in the heat in a tent, dying, right? And so these fields can be anywhere from 7 days up to 2 months, depending on what your unit's trying to do and what's going on. But typically, on average, I'd say they're about 2 weeks long. So you're working 2 weeks straight. Sometimes you get to shower. You don't get to shower every day. You might shower once on the weekends, maybe. And that's just 14 days of straight working away from your family, away from doing what you have to do. You don't have any time off, right? You're just constantly working every day for 14 days straight, sleeping in a tent on a cot, eating MREs, and sometimes you get hot chow, usually on dinner time. But yeah, so those are going to be, I guess that's 2, but pretty much 1 is just this extra work that you have to do outside of your normal work hours. So alright, now the second thing I do not miss about the military is bad leadership. In the military, you get promoted and you get rank, and then with the higher the rank you get, the more responsibility you have, but the more soldiers that you manage. So if you really have someone that's high ranked, that's not proficient, or that's not so much of a good leader, maybe doing things or saying things and doing something else, or they're just never around to help, the morale is low and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing is just people taking advantage of their power. Since they have this rank, they feel obligated to tell you what to do all the time, and they just take advantage of it. You know what I mean? You really can't do nothing about it because they're your NCO, or they're your officer, and things like that. And whatever they want to do, they can make you do it. So it's kind of like, man, like, why are we doing this? We had the whole day to do this during the duty hours, and you want to work after hours to get something done that we could have got done. It's like, things just don't make sense. But that's not to say all leaders are bad. There are great leaders in the military, but that's just something I do not miss about being in the military. Alright, now the third and final thing I do not miss about being in the military is my overall health. I'm not just speaking about physical health, but your mental health as well. But even your physical health in the military, from Monday to Friday, you should be doing PT in the mornings before work, which is at 09. And a common thing that happens in the military is people have bad knees, and that's because of these long distance runs you're doing on concrete. You're doing sprints on concrete, and the reason why I mention concrete, because it's the impact on your knees. It's better to run on a track, and there is tracks everywhere on the military installations, on most of them. So sometimes you do get on the field and you get to run on the track, but usually, most typically, you're on concrete. And then over time, just constantly running on your knees, just kind of impacts them, and you have runner's knees and soreness and shin splints and stuff like that. And so, especially if you work outside of the PT or after work, your body's going to be sore from that, and then you got to work out in the morning from PT, and you could just, overwork your muscles and things of that nature. But as far as like physical health, actually in your back as well, let me talk about this. You're rucking all the time with like weight on your back, or let's just say you have your kit on, you're doing a ruck march, you just have a lot of weight on your shoulders and back. Some people can handle it, some people can't. But there's just a lot of physical work in the military. So, but as far as your mental health, a lot of stress. Like I said, the example earlier, these CQ shifts, they'll tell you, on Friday that you have a CQ shift Saturday, and it'll be like 05. So you have to just go to sleep and wake up to another shift. So, it's just mental health. Bad leadership can cause that. Being away from your family. Just things that you have to get done, the mission in a short time frame and stuff like that, and inspections, things you just have to keep up with standards at all the time can just get to you physically and mentally. So that's gonna be 3 things I do not miss about being in the military. I'm sure if I sat down for like a day and really thought about the things I didn't like, I could come up with a lot more, but that's gonna be it for today with this video. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop any questions, comments, or concerns down below in the comment section box, and I will go ahead and get back to you guys as fast as I can, with any questions you have. And if you made it to this far, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. I don't know why I hit a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow so more people can see videos like this and help them out with their military career. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.